Reverend Delison Tanko, teaching the word of faith with power. You will be encouraged, lifted, and inspired as you listen to this message. Now, here is Reverend Delison Tanko.
Verse 10, it says, "And behold, an hand touched me, which set me upon my knees and upon the palms of my palm." Now, what happened was that with that encounter, just like it happened with John, he passed out. If you can't come in that kind of presence and have any strength to stand in. The experience of Daniel was the experience of John, Peter, and James on the mountain of transfiguration, when Jesus was transfigured before them, and he became as white as snow, as translucent as topics. It takes you away from this realm, this natural realm. You hear people say, "Jesus appeared to me, Jesus appeared to me." They are lying. If Jesus actually appeared to you, your lifestyle will never be the way you are living it. When he comes, everything dies. Only him remains. I was reading the story of somebody that said Jesus appeared to him 400 times. I said, so God is not having anything to do in heaven. He left his ministry there as a high priest to be appearing to you 400 times. What do you need it for? Let me tell you something. Jesus is not in the business of appearing to people. He's in the business of teaching and preaching his word so that men will hear and believe and follow him. So, he said, a hand touched me. Now, this was not Jesus. This was the angel Gabriel that was sent to him. Why I'm reading all this is because there's something I want to tell us. All right. Verse number 11. "And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright, for unto thee I am now sent. And when he had spoken these words unto me, I stood trembling," because he passed out. Verse 12. "Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thy heart to understand and to chasten thyself before God, their God, their words were heard, and I am sent for their words." Now, it wasn't after 21 days that Gabriel was sent. He was sent from the first day. We will see, once again, we will see what he said. "But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me and remained there with the kings of Persia." Look at the word, kings. He said, the prince of Persia withstood me. Not princes, prince. "But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia." Do you see that? The prince of Persia and the kings of Persia. This nation called Persia is the nation that was known as Paras. Paras is Iran. So he's talking about the prince, the satanic prince, the rule over the kingdom of the province that today we know as Iran. Are you hearing me? This satanic prince was the chief principality in charge of that kingdom, the kingdom of Persia. But there are kings of satanic kings that rule with him in order to control what happens in that nation. Understand very carefully. Things don't happen in this natural world until they first happen in the spirit. The spirit realm controls what happens in this world. Now, what verse was that? Verse 13, verse 14. Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall their people in the latter days. For yet the vision is for many days. So what time is he talking about? Latter days, the last days, right? Can you imagine in the time of Daniel, God is talking to Israel about the last days that we are living in now? That we are not even perturbed about it. We don't even care. We just want to eat gari, sleep, wake up in the morning. But God was calling the attention of Israel way back since the day of Daniel. Now, this is very shocking. Verse number 15. And when he had spoken such words unto me, I set my face towards the ground and became dumb. And behold, one like the similitude of the sons of men touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spake, and said unto him that stood before me, O my Lord. So Daniel understood that it was an angel talking with him. That's why you can see the word Lord there in small letter. If it were Jesus, it would be capital letter. You see that? Say, O my Lord, by the vision my sorrow had turned upon me, and I have retained no strength. For how can the servant of this my Lord, who is this my Lord, the one that appears with the gold of offers, how can the servant, so it's in reference, there are two personalities right before him. The one that appeared to him in dazzling glory, that was described to have eyes like wells of fire, feet like polished brass or bronze, that he had an overall cloth that was translucent, made of topex or beryl. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And the other one that looks like the Son of Man that was standing before him. So there are two personalities here. Why? Because angels are messengers of God. Even if God is going to talk to you, he will introduce an angel to you. Why are you saying that? Because I've had a very tiny, small experience that look a little small, closer to this. In 1984. So I understand what Daniel is talking about. Because I've had that little experience. So I understand it. Jesus will appear to you, but that doesn't stop his angel giving you the message. So the angel of God with Jesus was the one giving Daniel the message. Is that very clear? Now, which verse are we now? 18. Then there came again and touched me one like the appearance of a man, and he strengthens me. And I say, and said, O man, greatly beloved, fear not, peace be unto thee. Be strong, yea, be strong. And when he has spoken unto me, I was strengthened. And he said, let my Lord speak, for thou hast strengthened me. Verse 20. Then said he, knowest thou wherefore I am come unto thee? Know therefore that I have come unto thee, and now I will return to fight with the prince of Persia. And when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Grecia shall come. Now, this is verse 20, right? He is telling him two things. I'm going back. After I finish talking with you, I'm going to fight my way through. And after I fight my way through, the prince of Grecia, that is Greece, is another kingdom entirely, will come and attack the prince of Persia. So this demonic spirit will fight over ownership of territory. Now, the prince of Greece that he's talking about would come 200 years after. These are spirit beings that use men. They are spirit fallen angels that use men. Every territory, every nation, there are satanic princes that are set over those nations to destroy men. And these satanic beings, they are not friends. They are not like angels. They are fallen. Their kingdom will rise against themselves. They are territorial. Remember the demon that said to Jesus, don't cast us out of the country. We know this place. We want to stay here. Please, don't cast us out of this place. Praise the Lord. So this angel is giving Daniel a blueprint of what will happen immediately he goes back and what will happen 200 years after that experience. The king of Greece, that is the satanic ruler over the kingdom of Greece, will stir up a person that will come and fight the kingdom of Persia. I will explain. It didn't stop there. Let's get to chapter 11. If you have Bible, please follow. Chapter 11. This is a continuation of that vision. Verse 2. And now will I show thee the truth. Truth in regards to God's plan and purpose, to what was going to happen. Verse number 2. And now I will show thee the truth. Behold, there shall stand up yet 3 kings in Persia. 3 kings in Persia. And the 4th shall be far richer than they all. And by his strength, through his riches, he shall stir up all against the realm of Grecia. That means 4 kings in Persia, in Iran. He's telling Daniel the things that would happen at that time. He said, 4 kings will rise. The 4th will be richer than the rest. The first king was Cyrus. That's the first king of Persia. Cyrus was prophesied by Ezekiel 150 years before he was born. God had a plan for Cyrus, who was the king of Persia. Remember, Persia is Iran. All this trouble in the world, that's the source. That's where it is. Are you listening to me? All right. So Cyrus was the first. Cyrus ruled for 9 years. He died. His son took over, who was the second. The son ruled for 7 years. He died. Then Darius took over, and Darius was the one that ruled the longest, and he ruled for 35 years. He died. Then Xerxes, that's the name of the king, Xerxes, that's the name. He took over. He was the one that ruled for 9 years. So he is the 4th king that is being described here, that will be ruthless and would stir up and attack the kingdom of Greece. He took over 2 million soldiers and destroyed Greece, destroyed that kingdom totally and dealt with it ruthlessly. That's what the angel was telling Daniel that was going to happen. And that's the reason why the Grecian Empire that came 200 years after, led by a 19-year-old boy called Alexander the Great, who became the king over that place. and conquer the entire world before he was 32. His first area of attack was Persia. That's what the angel was telling Daniel, that after this, the prince of the Grecia will be stirred up against Persia. Do you understand that? So, Alexander the Great came with an army of less than 350,000 and came with anger and fury against Persia and destroyed that kingdom completely and became the ruler of that kingdom. But he didn't stay long before he died. I've shown us other things because when he died, his kingdom was divided into 4. And that's the reason why I brought this story, as we are seeing it in scripture. His kingdom was divided into 4. His 4 generals share his kingdom, the territory. And the territory was vast because it included the Roman Empire territory of today and more. In fact, the Grecian Empire, Alexander the Great, his war tactics are being taught in war colleges around the world today. But his swiftness and his exploit was not natural. He was helped by a prince, a demon spirit, that ruled over that territory. And in the book of Revelation, we will see what happened to that demon and what's going to happen to him. It wasn't natural. Even Alexander the Great himself didn't know, I doubt, if he knew he was being helped by a demon spirit, a fallen angel. Not just a demon spirit, a fallen angel. To do what he did, the exploit that he did. So his 4 generals share the kingdom. If you can write. This is a place to write. The first one was called Cassander, that took the western part of the entire Grecian Empire. West, that is Greece, Macedonia, all those, the western part. So his name is called Cassander. All right, the name Cassander, he took over the western part of the empire. That's Greece and Macedonia. The second general was called Lysimachus or whatever. Lysimachus. He took over the northern part of the empire, which includes modern Turkey and part of Bulgaria. Are you there? All right. The third was called Seleucus. He took the eastern part of the empire, which is modern Lebanon, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Afghanistan, and part of Pakistan. Then the 4th general was called Ptolemy. He took the southern part of the empire, which included Egypt and Israel. That's how they shared the kingdom. Now, it's from within this empire, this territory, that the Antichrist will come out. The former Roman Empire included these territories. That's why Rome had a governor in Israel. You understand? Pilate was a Roman governor, a military governor in Israel, because Israel was under the Roman Empire. And we know that the Antichrist is coming from revived Roman Empire, the territory of the Roman Empire, but now it's not the entirety of the territory of the Roman Empire. We can see the segments, the 4 segments. The only part of Europe that is involved is the Grecian area and Macedonia and Turkey. So the Antichrist definitely is not going to be a European coming from Britain or Scotland. It's going to come from that region. People are saying he may be a Muslim. No. That argument is not very convincing, because the Bible assures us he will be a homosexual. And that doesn't go right with Islam. Isn't it? Because the Bible says he will have no desire of women, so he will be a homosexual. And it can be a Catholic too, because people say he will be a Catholic. It can be, because at the beginning of his advent, he will not be religious. Because the Bible says he will not regard the God of his fathers, nor any God. He will actually industrialize idol worship. It is the last segment of his reign, last 3.5 years, that he will become very religious and seek to be God. Of course, idol worship is part of religion anyway. So that aspect of it is going to be part of his destiny. Now, if you look at this, and God was telling Daniel, this stuff is coming in the last days. If you are reading Bible, you won't understand, because the modern names of those places are not written in the Bible. You will be reading in the Bible, you'll be hearing things like Gog, Magog, Peraz, and all those names. So you won't know which areas are these. Someone has to study it to show us. Now, what's happening today is the stirring of these evil angels, these fallen angels, in that part of the world to destabilize the world. Jesus put it this way: nation shall rise against nation. He's talking about wars. Nation shall rise against nation. Kingdoms against kingdoms. You see, Israel is not a place that I want to visit. Me. It's not a place that I really want to visit. I would have gone there many times over if I wanted to. I had all the opportunities, but I've never been there. Maybe before I die, I'll go and see it. For the sake of when Jesus comes, I'll be familiar with the place. But it's not, what I'm trying to say is, it's not a place that is attractive. One of my assistant pastors left Nigeria, ran away, went to Israel, got a job with an oil company. He by himself had to leave Israel to come and do hard labor in Germany. There is no peace there. There's no peace there. Somebody was telling me that they want to go for pilgrimage. I said, if they mistakenly Hezbollah shoot your plane, what will you do? Because there is no peace there. Do you know that in the past few months of war between Israel and Hamas, Hezbollah alone has sent over 5,000 rockets, missiles, and all of that on that tiny country. Over 5,000. Not to include the one that Hamas sent and the many other ones. So it's ridiculous. It's really not somewhere that I really want to go. I don't know about you. They say, I want you to be a pilgrim. I say, yes. Who will sponsor you? I said, I'm not going to go. Give me the money, I'll go to England. I don't want to go there and become a Christian soldier.
fighting for the Lord.
What's happening? Why is this nation under such attacks? Jesus said it's one of the activities, one of the things that will happen in the last days.